Sorry about that, guys. It was just there wasn't anything wrong. Like nobody was calling me or anything. Just it was just my internet. Mess. Oh my gosh. It was just my internet. Internet. I'm better than beatboxing than you. I mean, I'll go to your channel. Henson Martin. Henson Martin. If you have beatboxing on your channel, I mean, like, I'll judge you, bro. Like, Henson Martin. Sort by channel. Gotta find the channel. Here it is. I post. What do you want me to post, bro? Nice thing about us. You guys are. I say nice things about you all the time. You guys are amazing. You guys literally helped me grow this channel, and I cannot have done it without you guys. So thank you guys so much. But to all the haters who just don't like my videos, you know, you like what you want to like. Just stay subscribed. But if you're gonna just hate on my videos, that kind of defeats the purpose. Listen, I'm just good, bro. I believe you, but I'd have to see it to believe you more. Sonic games are trash. I've already said several times that versus Shadows should happen. You don't have to keep on repeating it in chat. So I'm gonna continue. Oh, by the way, before the stream cut off, I also said that the most underrated character is probably either Deadshot or Groot, because I think Groot gets a lot of hate, but his beatboxes are not that bad. It's like it's okay. Like it's like a 10. So while I don't really care who wins the whole thing, as long as it isn't Black Panther, forget that. Well, Mosey, you have something against Black Panther or what, bro? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I don't honestly think deserve to get this far for one thing, but also think that Pennywise probably out regardless of who wins. People aren't going about it. Practically going back to my point on feeling this series should have been a bracket at all. Well, that's kind of a hot take. He said he shouldn't have been a bracket. Well, I do like the bracket, but it would have been nice to keep on hearing the same characters over and over for different beatboxing. But I feel like the bracket is like a way that people can anticipate of what's actually going to happen, because whenever people go to tournaments and stuff, like they always anticipate like, oh, I wonder who's going to win, oh, I wonder who's going to be the loser, I wonder who's going to be it's just I feel like the anticipation is real. So like whenever like a new episode comes out, like the anticipation rises because you never know what's going to happen. And since it's like tournament style, people are like, oh my gosh, like these people have come so far, and like these characters are just amazing, and like, every single performance blows me out of the water. Um, so that's why I feel like it's but it is worth given all the toxicity it caused. Well, nobody gave Mosaic any hate. That's his opinion. You don't judge people's opinions. Wario versus Knuckles, that's not bad. I don't like that bit. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's all right, bro. Also, I really don't want Patrick versus Black Panther as a finale. It honestly sounds really underwhelming, somewhat anticlimactic, not gonna lie. And I really don't think Black Panther deserves to get that far after episode 12 in the way votes were set up. That is true. I do not like the voting setup of the comments. I do not like the comment voting anymore. It was okay for it was okay at first whenever first glimpse of it out whenever I was the first glimpse of it, I was like, oh, Pennywise versus Groot. Okay, all you got to do is just find the comments. That's cool. I like the idea of like vote for this comment, but once after it happened, people were like, oh, Groot should have won. Groot was definitely like he definitely beat Pennywise, and like people couldn't find these comments. There's like several thousands of comments all the time, and even though it wasn't trouble for me at first to vote for Pennywise because I found the post once all the comments came in about all the memes and stuff, then it made it harder, and because of that, people couldn't really find that many that um, that many posts. That's why whenever you see all the posts, like because Pennywise won by like 12k likes. So like 12,000 people out of almost the 3.5 million subscribers that he has. Don't you think it's kind of like, bro, like a small percentage of your subs, like super small percentage of your subs can only find that post, and it makes new subscribers like more difficult whenever you want to like whenever you want to like man, I'm blanking out because I was thinking about something else. Whenever you want that person to win. So say you're like a new subscriber, right? And like you've never seen the series at all. It's like your first time watching the episode, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna vote for this character because I thought they were better. But then you go to the comment voting, and then you're like, oh, I don't think. Say you want Pennywise to win for Pennywise versus Groot. I mean, that's the first time you saw it. It's like, okay, well, I want to go to the comment that says Pennywise won, but you can't find it. It's like, okay, well, how else can I vote? Well, you got to go to the community post, and in the community post, Groot won. So you're thinking like, bro, like I thought Pennywise would won and would have won his view boxes way better, and just it's 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 to the point where like he might potentially lose subs, and I don't want him to lose subs. And I've already said it before. I think the community post voting would be a better option. Like not the ones at the polls where like the polls where it says Pennywise, Patrick, who won, and then people are either gonna pick the one. I feel like two separate posts. Patrick, Pennywise. Like this post if you think Patrick won. Like this post if you think Pennywise won. That's fair. That's fair because in the polls people can just be voting on character. So that's my opinion on it. I don't feel it outweighs the negatives. Oh, I already read that. Patrick will bring SpongeBob in his round two. I mean, he already brought SpongeBob in like his round three. Technically, well, Pat and Pennywise did, while SpongeBob was in there. Pretend to high five me? Nope. Sorry, not gonna do that. At first, I thought Groot won, in my opinion. Well, yeah, there are some people who actually did like Groot's, things better. That's whatever. I feel like Waluigi against Silver because he's such a huge meme. Well, that's just the thing. I don't want Waluigi winning because he's a better character or he's a more popular character. Because of the beat and everything that was happening, I watched it again, and Pennywise destroyed Groot. What is your prediction for season 2? I mean, I don't really have a prediction for season 2 because I don't know the matchups, and I don't know who Deadpool and Patrick in the finale. Here's the way I see it. I feel like it would be because going back, that's an inherent issue of the series, though. Yeah, the voting is a big issue. Mosiak said that it's underwhelming and somewhat anticlimactic. Not gonna lie. Well, I think it's anticlimactic not for Black Panther versus Patrick, but Deadpool versus Patrick because Deadpool already beat SpongeBob. So for him to go against Patrick while using somewhat of the same roast by taking the same aspect of like the show the show SpongeBob, and like instead of just like taking some roast of like how SpongeBob is and like making that into the beat, it makes it kind of anticlimactic for Deadpool to do the same thing but with Patrick. So he called Patrick stupid and just like I don't know. I think that's just my opinion, and I feel like Black Panther versus Patrick would have been more original. To be honest, if I were to set up the round twos, probably put I would have probably put Sonic versus Thanos, SpongeBob versus Pennywise, Deadpool versus Groot, and Patrick versus Black Panther. I feel like that would have been better. Sonic versus Thanos would have been amazing to see. They both would have had amazing visuals. They would have had amazing beatboxes. SpongeBob versus Pennywise. I feel like it would be the same with Patrick versus Pennywise because that was a good matchup, and I would have loved to see SpongeBob versus Pennywise and how he would react. Deadpool versus Groot. I mean, they are from the same universe, but then like Deadpool versus Black Panther is like the same thing, So and Black Panther versus Patrick, I felt like it would have been more competitive. I felt like it would have been a really close battle because it wasn't close between Patrick and Thanos. So who knows? It still may happen in the loser round if Ace decides to bring the round two losers back, which I really don't want, but it might happen, and I'll still support him no matter what because the series is amazing. I know I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna react to him. I'm still gonna make reviews. Still gonna make covers of it. So it's nice. Okay. He probably do it. Going back, it's time to finish edit again. Like the bracket format is actually so atrocious when I think about it further. The fact that a character gets 4 beatboxes, that one character gets 4 beatboxes while one can end measly one just because of how people vote is just so unbelievably unfair and annoying. And it's just begging for people to get into arguments with each other. And the fact that a character losing no more beatbox from them, at least when, if not for the losers round, is even worse. As given how Verbalace tends to format the series, it almost feels like a character is killed off when they lose. They tend to not only appear when the winner is announced if they lost, but then appear in no future episodes as well. It's an extremely awful and competitive format that I frankly wish was never explored and never want to again after this series is done. I'm more into detail, but this post is long enough, so yeah. I really like I said, bracket's amazing. I rather prefer that than nothing, but I can see why he thinks that, and I feel like more losers should be able to have more beatboxes, and I'm glad that in season 2 it's just gonna be beatbox. It's just gonna be like one beatbox, I guess, for each character, and like it's not gonna be like a bracket or anything like that. Round 2 for me, Black Panther versus Pennywise. That would have been amazing too. Sonic versus Groot. You know, Thanos versus Deadpool, and then SpongeBob versus Patrick. I know a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, SpongeBob versus Patrick would have been cool going up against best friends," but I mean, it wouldn't really be a battle, because the battle between the two characters is something like you're supposed to roast them, like you don't like this person, you want to win so you can continue to the other round, but SpongeBob and Patrick are always going to be best friends. So I feel like I don't really think that's a good idea for me, but a lot of more people can say otherwise. It's okay. Um, which do you think is the fattest CBB character? Thanos, obviously, or Mario? Pennywise would do the same thing for SpongeBob, call Patrick his girlfriend probably and make fun of Bikini Bottom, maybe something, or probably to do the same thing that Deadpool did, but like mix his roast around so like it's not like oh Pennywise is gonna say that's all SpongeBob does is just it's just his existence doesn't even matter. Like people clean up their pee with it, like and Pennywise wouldn't do that. That would be like the only thing he'd switch around. New to the channel, Pennywise versus Thanos. That would have been cool. I feel like anybody who goes up against Pennywise or anybody who goes up against Thanos would have been enough. If you could choose the beatbox to put in your basement, what the hell does that even mean? I don't even have a basement. I live in an apartment. My class is about to start in maybe another 5 minutes or so, so I'm just gonna read the comments and get my input on it. Losers round: Mickey versus Pikachu. Nope, not at all. Would not like to see Mickey versus Pikachu. Probably I would rather see Pikachu versus shit. I forgot. Round 3 predictions for each battle: SpongeBob versus Sonic, and Thanos versus Pennywise. I guess just about anyone going against Sonic would be cool too. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is This Is the End, the one with Seth Rogen, James Franco. It's either that or the Green Mile. The Green Mile with Tom Hanks. Those are two really amazing movies that I can watch all the time and would not get bored of it. Deadshot versus Thanos. That would have been cool to see also. Finale after predictions. I don't know. Which is your least favorite roast in CVB? My least favorite roast. I have to think about that as well because huh. Least favorite roast. Probably Goofy's beatbox when he says that basically the entirety of Goofy's beatbox saying Patrick is constipated. I really don't like besides episode 2 being my least favorite, my next least favorite would probably have to be episode 4 because I even though I really do like Patrick's first solo, I feel like it's just really repetitive. I feel like both both solos in episode 4 are pretty repetitive and it's not really catchy. Besides Patrick's first, Goofy's is not catchy whatsoever. Patrick's is sort of catchy because he's doing Get Low, but Goofy's doing Cleaning Out My Closet, and it's not really just like it's whenever he says I'm gonna kill you, just like Little George. I mean, I guess I can see why you think that. Or if it's not just if it, which performance do you think could just go kill himself, bro? What are these questions, little monster? What are these questions, man? These questions don't even make freaking sense. Yeah, but I was gonna say like besides Goofy, like was saying that he's constipated. My next least favorite probably have to be Terminator because Terminator said I didn't know RoboCop was a black guy. I mean, I didn't really think that made that much sense. And it was kind of lame. I mean, I laughed at it at first, but what is the catchiest solo from CBB? Probably Sonic's second performance. It would probably have to be Sonic's second performance. I really like it. What's your favorite episode? I've already said this countless times. It's episode 11. I love episode 11. Episode 12, no, episode 10 is a close second, and then episode 12 is like probably third. Yeah. Who do you think lost but should have won the most? I'm gonna do this. Um, who do you think lost but should have won the most? I'm gonna do it from each round. So from round one, who lost but should have won? Probably. If I have to say the most, I'd probably say Deadshot. If it's not Deadshot, then it would either be either Batman or Joker. Mario's was just like a little iffy for me, but yeah, I'd either have to beat those three. I really like Deadshot solo a lot. I forgot what I was gonna say. Would you like Cyborg versus Terminator for storyboard or season 2? I feel like um the episode already happened. So it was just like a bonus episode. So if it already did go for season 2, I would have loved like the winner to face somebody else, like Cyborg versus like anybody else who's gonna be in season 2, or Terminator versus anybody else who's gonna be in season 2. That would have been cool. Patrick 3 is my favorite. I could see that. Patrick 3 is top 10 for me. If Sonic won against Black Panther, do you think he'd be capable of beating Deadpool? Definitely. Definitely. Which beatbox sounds the most awkward? I mean, the first version of Terminators. Uh, the remastered one, like whenever it's animated, it kind of makes up for it. But Terminator, like the original, with just like barely any music, it was a little awkward here. But it was either that or Goofy's. Um, I want to see Kareem versus Alex. And what if Groot beat Pennywise and went on to face Patrick? Because I thought Groot won again. Do you think Groot could beat Patrick? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. TBH, Sonic 2 is awful in my opinion. I think Sonic 2 is awful in my opinion. Oof. You just took a stabbed it into Super Hatman's freaking. All right, guys. I would love to answer more questions, but go to class right now. I will probably stream after class. If not, then I'll probably just do the rest of my homework. But Chucky versus Annabelle, that would be cool. I'll see you guys later. Hold on, let me sharpen my pencil first before I go into class. Okay, I'll be later. I'll be back later, guys.